Yo, what is up guys, it's FullySpaced and today I'm going to be showing you some garden decorations for your Minecraft world. Basically ways to spice up the outside of your builds and make them look a lot cooler from obviously the outside point when you're coming towards the build. You want everything to look really nice and clean, so you get all these different types of things you can do around here to really help improve the look of the outside of your build. So I hope this video does help. I just want to say before we start, thank you all for 400 subs. It's been absolutely mental. The support has been crazy and I can't thank you guys enough. This video is a bit different to what I usually do. I usually do time lapses and things. So I'm going to do this video like my I've done a few videos like this, like my interior decoration videos. So I'm going to do this one as well, and then I think I've got another video coming out this week as well, which will be slightly different. I'm going to try and do a time-lapse style tutorial, but like a really nice time-lapse style tutorial. It'll actually really help, I hope. So I'm working on that at the moment, but I'm just going to give this nice little video for you guys. Hopefully it can help you guys with some ideas towards your bases. So let's start off here. There's probably like over 50 designs here of just obviously counting these every single one, but they're always ideas you can use just to spice up your world. So let's start with the first one. You got a bamboo pot. So you got pot bamboo in it and a leaf on top. It gives you this nice little effect. It's more of a modern one. I tend to use this quite a lot in my builds, so if you've watched my channel recently, I do use it quite a lot. Just so you guys know as well, I do use Germ's Better Leaves resource pack. That's why I get these bushy leaves. And also, a lot of people have been asking what shaders I use. I do use BSL shaders. But at the end of the video, we'll come back and show you the everything without. Well, I'll give you a little flyover of me using it without shaders, just so you guys can see what they look like. Anyway, then we have this one. It's just a simple one. So there is actually a barrel in here, so you can use it as storage. But you just put a barrel down, throw trapdoors around, put leaves on top. Gives you this nice little kind of holdall. It looks like a little pot holdall there. And then we got one with just the barrel and the leaf on top, if you really want some storage to make the most of it. Then we got these little weird ones with cauldron and fences and leaves on top. Kind of looks like a little weird palm tree thing going on there. I'm not really sure. And then we got the kind of another simple one with just a wet cauldron and water in it and two leaves on top. And another one that I generally use quite a lot, which is the fence and two leaves. They're just nice, easy ones to do, and they kind of fill up a lot of space and just make things look good. These ones I don't use so much because I feel like they're just quite, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of them too much. I've seen them in a few builds, but I'm not really a big fan of these. So you want to do is place a gate, then you open your gate so it kind of attaches to the wall, and then you place your leaf on top, and then you can obviously do two like this, and it kind of gives off a nice little design. I'm not too much of a big fan of this one. If you've actually used this build, let me know in the comments. I'd like to see how you used it, because a lot of them I just don't think they look too great. I don't know. I've never really seen too many builds with these, to be fair. The next one is, this probably looks quite silly to you, but if you just get rid of these, for example, obviously when you have vines over redstone, it kind of gives off this nice little effect. Kind of looks like there's some sort of maybe like cherries or something growing on the vines, and it really does look cool from here. However, if you do get loads of vines coming down, it does look a bit odd, but it definitely brings off a different style of kind of building. So obviously using redstone to kind of go behind leaves really does make it look like there's some sort of cherries on the vines, and I thought that was a really cool thing to use. I've never really seen too much use of it, but I think when I next try some sort of mountain build or cave build, I'm definitely going to try and fit it in somewhere, because it does look really cool. Next up we have a simple little bench for your outside area. You've got 3 campfires extinguished, then you put some jungle trapdoors around the edges, and you get this nice little seating area right here. Then we got a kind of, I'm not really sure what you call this, like an archway. It's more of a garden one, so you get these 3 fences going up, gates across, and campfires on top there extinguished, and just a simple like walk-through gate. Then we got a similar thing over here that I did actually see somewhere, a similar version of this on, I believe it was on Pinterest. It might have been on Pinterest. If I can remember who it was, I will credit them. I have actually seen a really similar one to this, so I kind of went ahead with this, and we got I put another little chair at the back. There's a little table made of pressure pads. I didn't want to put slabs because it looked too high. Then we got the standard fence gates across, and then we got the campfire up there. If you want to add these leaves, just knock out the campfire and put the leaves in. You can't place them on top, and then just have them coming down and spiraling around, and then add some vines in too. And then there's little pots at the back, just kind of give it a nice little decoration. Really nice outside kind of seating area. Really nice one. I like that one a lot. Next up, Another simple one we got here. So we got a composter with a pot on top. Composter is filled, bamboo, then we got leaves, and then we got vines coming down the leaves, kind of hiding the composter. And then the same one here without the vines. And then we got this pot on top of a fence, bamboo and leaves. It gives this really nice tall kind of bush, and shows off a lot of it. Definitely fills up something. So if you've got a lot of room up, you've built a big building, you've got quite a lot of room up the side of it, it's definitely something to use. It kind of takes up a lot of that room. Or you can use these hanging baskets, which I use a lot. So you can kind of just hang them outside your window. You got trapdoors underneath, trapdoors all around, 2 or 3 glass blocks, however many you want. And then obviously you've got flowers on top there. Then we got another style here. So this one is a fence inside trapdoors, then a fence on top, then a leaf. So once you place this, it will look horrible, but then add vines to it and it looks really good. Next up is just a little, another little kind of hanging garden or hanging basket one. So we've got trapdoors around 2 grass blocks here, then you got a little block in the middle, and you add a button to that. It gives it a really nice detail, because obviously with the trapdoor you're sticking out and then you're going back in. Just kind of gives a nice little bit of detail there, and really kind of showcases some more. It does kind of look like you've put more effort into it than just placing these hanging baskets, because obviously it just looks a lot more clean in my opinion. So yeah, that's something to note forward. So this path here I'll actually get onto later on in the video. I've actually done 3 sections of this path, so they're different path designs, and I'll show you guys those in a bit, and we can talk over that too. Next up is just a little seating area. So you got these trapdoors on top of a log, on the side of a log, and then you got them on the back, so you can kind of sit on them. More for like an outside camp area like this one. So obviously you got your standard campfire area. So if you want to build a little campfire outside, maybe you have like a cabin in the snow or something, you could have one of these outside, just in case you guys want to, chill outside for some reason. Then we got simple farming ones. So we've got berry bushes, carrots. I use these quite a lot as well. Just place loads of dirt blocks down, hoe them up, plant your seeds, put trapdoors all around them, and you get these 2 nice little designs here. They look really stylish, and they're probably quite helpful as well, especially this the carrot one for farming. Berry one's okay, you can't actually stab yourself on the berries, which is a good thing, so that's something to note. Next up we have a nice little kind of street light one. So we got a block at the bottom. Doesn't really matter too much what block it is, but I went with a chisel stone block. And then obviously you head up with different types of walls. I've got cobble, stone, stone brick even, and then gates, because gates kind of give this hanging thing when they attach to walls, and then fence again, and it kind of dips down and back up. And then these are bars, not end rods. They look like end rods for some reason. I believe it's due to the shaders, but oh well. So, and yeah, so you get lanterns on that, gives you a really nice one. And then you do the same here. You can put berry bushes on if you want some like hanging plants or foliage. It kind of looks really cool as well. Just another simple design. Water trough here, fully made of trapdoors. You go all the way around, just kind of give yourself this rectangle full of water. Simple trapdoor, simple barrel as well, same thing. Trapdoors all the way around, and then you just fill it with water. You get a nice little simple barrel. Or you could just use the Minecraft barrel where you can store things, but that's more of just like a water barrel, and it looks a lot better. So obviously I had to make a custom tree for this, just because I didn't want a floating thing that looked absolutely horrendous. So I quickly made this little tree, and then we have this swing that's kind of attached to the thing itself. Then we got these little side panels here, so you can't fall off. It's quite a large swing. You probably could make it a bit smaller, but yeah, it's a really cool thing. So obviously you can have little swings hanging from your trees and things. I would recommend that if you want to kind of extend your garden and make it look a lot cooler. Maybe your tree garden doesn't have too many trees in it, you can't really do it. That's completely fine, but if you do, I'd recommend getting one of these because they look pretty cool. Next up, we got a few farming methods here for the berry bush. So obviously you can't walk into berry bushes when they have slabs on top, but I generally prefer to use the leaves on top because it definitely looks more like a kind of vineyard style. Definitely looks a lot better here. So we've got leaves on top, and then we've got berry bushes, and obviously you can harvest them from here like so. And then you just pick them up, and then you can go around the side if you need to, and you get those too. So having rows of these is generally something I use quite a lot. They just generally look quite good. Next up, obviously, you got your simple fence design. So that's what probably most people will use. You may get people who use something like this, but if you put a stone wall and a gate down, and a gate in the middle, because of the way stone walls work, it drags things down by one, or gates especially. So it drags the gate down, and then obviously the next gate will be up. Then you get a gate down again, and then you get a wall. It's just a nice little trick you guys might not know, but it has been showcased quite a lot, so you guys probably have seen this. But just in case you don't know, that's just a little tip for you guys. Next up, little water foundation. So if you've watched my woodland kind of village, you'll see that I built this little water piece here. I can't even remember what I just called it about 2 seconds ago. But yeah, I built this a while ago. So I kind of just made a circle out of logs, went all the way around, extended logs with one space up between each other, filled around with slabs, built up with logs in the middle, got stairs on each side, and then placed a slab above them like so. You can always come up with so many different water features, so I'd recommend playing around with a lot of them, as well as that. I haven't actually built any statues in here, but if you're really good at building statues and things, I would definitely recommend building some of those for your outside, for your garden even. You can get some really nice looking statues, so you know, feel free to just Google some. You can get some that people already made, you can use those, but you know, just adding water features and little statues and things definitely fill in space and make things look a lot better. Next up, simple sun lounger, just a slab and a stair, something you can kind of lay on. You could also use carpet if you wanted to. That's just a simple thing. And then you got your simple, like bench, probably one that most people know because that is probably the original Minecraft one. To be fair, everyone's probably used this. But next up, we got lighting. So we got stone wall, fence, lantern. Kind of gives you a highlight. And then the stone wall lantern one I use quite a lot. Low, it's kind of a low one. If you don't have enough to get lanterns, just use torches like so, which you probably do because that's like simple Minecraft. And then obviously you got a lantern on a fence here, just a few showcase of your standard light designs there. Now let's head on to what I wanted to talk about here. So obviously I built this archway earlier in the video, which is over there. This is showing off what kind of path designs you can do, and really like making your path designs a lot better. So as you can see, you come in and you've got different textures. So you got stone, spruce, podzol, spruce, cobble, you know, different kind of textures, and obviously these buttons kind of look like mini rocks. So you walk through, and up to here is where I've done the first path. So this is kind of a simple one. You just have a different display of blocks in a spread out location. Obviously add details like the pop bamboo leaves on the side, and then obviously bone meal up the side as well to get this kind of overgrown path. And I added the stone with the lanterns on, which I was talking about earlier, just for a simple effect really. So once you walk through this one, this is path number 1, you get to path number 2. Path number 2 is a lot more simple. You literally have stairs on each side, and then you do a 2 pattern, so you go 1, 2, then you get a 2 pattern of stairs again, and then obviously you get path on that side, and it gives you this, it will replicate this all the way along. And I filled up the stairs with water because it's just a nice little effect. You can kind of make things look waterlogged and kind of just like, it looks like it's been raining for a bit and it hasn't quite cleared or something. So they do bring off a nice little effect like that. So I always recommend playing around with those and just using those to kind of expand your build and make them look a lot cooler. And then obviously we have your standard cobblestone, gravel and stone button path. A really simple path for your early game if you can't quite get the resources, or you don't have the resources to spend. It's just a nice little simple one, and then obviously you finish out by walking out your gate over here as well. So we've got quite a few designs here. I hope some of these have helped you. As I say, this is kind of a different video for me. I don't usually film videos like this. I've done a few videos like it, and I've also done a few first person videos. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this content. So I have another video coming out in a few days, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I'm trying to edit it and just get it done right now, but I will be bringing one out. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you guys for 400 subs. If there's anything you would like to see, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you all soon. Peace. Now before the video does actually end, I may have forgot to show you guys what it looks like without shaders on. So I am here, I've just come back to show you this. Yeah, so as you see here, we've got no shaders on. And everything still looks really nice, to be fair. It looks really good. That actually looks a lot better. I like that a lot because it's a lot more vibrant. It looks a lot better. I still think everything in here looks really nice without shaders on. Shaders doesn't make too much of a difference to the way everything looks. I think it's more the fact that you get moving kind of leaves and things, and they look okay. They do look a lot better, but you also get a hella bright sun, which is probably the reason why everything looks so good with shaders. But yeah, everything looks quite nice out here. Still got a tree with a little swing. Everything's a lot easier to see without shaders now that I'm actually playing without it. Yeah, I generally use shaders a lot. I just prefer the way the game looks with shaders. So I thought I'd come back and show you guys what it looks like. Obviously you can actually see these are waterlogged a lot easier. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I usually use shaders quite a lot. So I came back, showed you guys what it looks like without. And yeah, I will see you all soon. Peace.